Hello mate, how are you? So I thought I'd do a little tutorial introduction to Scratch. So you need a Windows PC or laptop. Go to Google, Scratch. Okay, and this is the address here, the MIT. You click on that one there. Now there is a new version, there's 3.0. all my tutorials are done on 2.0. So what I think 3.0 might be an online only. Start creating. Let's just have a quick look. Yes. So yeah, that is an online version, which I suppose is good. That means that people with an iPad can do it. I've done all mine on a PC, so I'm just gonna go back. If you go straight down to down here, actually, if I just do Scratch 2.0 or just Scratch 2, enter. There you go. There's Scratch 2.0. So from the same site, from the same MIT. Click on Scratch. There's the offline editor. Now it tells you everything you need to install. You have to Adobe Air. You have to download Adobe Air. It's quite straightforward. There's the download versions for Windows there, and then you can download the offline editor there. So once you've done that, okay, that's what it looks like. This is Scratch 2.0. So I'm just going to do a really quick sort of thing about making the cat move. It's in the tutorial. You change. There's your stage. So this here is basically the background. I won't get into, like I say, I won't get into too much in depth. You've got this little option on here. There we go. Choose backdrop. Okay. So what I'll do. Choose anything you like. Oh, now it takes its time loading up. That's typical, isn't it? Okay, so what I've gone with, Boardwalk. So that's what I've done in the tutorial. Just quickly click on that. Okay, so that's your design. Okay, so you don't need to worry about that for the time being. So that's just your design. When you click on the cat or any sprite you want, because you don't have to choose the cat, you can delete it, you can create a new sprite, not a problem. Anything from there, whatever you want, it doesn't actually make a difference. We choose the cat because it's quite aesthetically pleasing, I suppose. But not only that, it's if you go to costumes up here, it's got like the second costume, which looks like he's walking. So when you actually get it to walk, he'd walk across. So I'm just going to position him here. And then this is the script. So basically the script is broken up into these categories here. And they're all color coded, so I know the blue looks quite similar to the purple there. I know, I appreciate that. And there's a dark green and a green and a dark orange and a light orange. Okay, and even another orange there. So generally, when you look at my tutorial, you've got the colors actually on there, and they will relate to these one here. Generally, you just click on events first of all, and it's usually when you start your green flag is clicked. I'm just going to make this a bit bigger for you so you can see this a bit more clearer here. So we're going to say that when we press this flag here, it's going to run a script. Okay, so it's going to work its way down. So what we're going to do first of all is, I don't know, let's make him a little bit smaller. So go down to looks, and we're going to change or set size to say, I don't know, 75%. Okay, and you can test it straight away. If you click the green flag, boom, he's gone 75%. Okay, that's just an example. Okay, you can also get him to be at a certain position as well. So this one here, now the axis, that's that I do mention about the axis. It's just one I think on the final page of that tutorial I sent you. Essentially, it's the axis is broken up into there's two axes. There's the x-axis, which runs left to right. Okay, see this figure down here? That's running there, and the y-axis is vertical. Okay, and the x-axis is horizontal. So the middle section, exactly the middle part of the screen is 0, 0. Okay, so there we go. Oh, you get the idea. It's around about there. Okay, now with the x-axis, it goes to minus 240. So the furthest point left is minus 240. The furthest point right is plus 240. Okay, and then the y-axis consequently is plus 180 at the top of the screen and minus 180 at the bottom. Okay, what that basically means is wherever that's for plotting where things are going to go to or move to or start from. So if I want to start my cat here, I can literally, now this figures here changes. This is the one I'm going to drag over here. If you just watch these figures here, wherever I put this cat, it's going to change those figures there. So you don't need to actually input them in. So if I wanted my cat to start here, just drag that over there. There you go. So wherever you put him, when you start the script, it will go there, because that's the figure there. Quite straightforward. After that, what we're going to do is we're going to make him walk. Okay, so first of all, go to Control. Okay, no, my apologies. Events, and then we're going to drag this over. So we're going to change this key. We're going to go right. When the right arrow key is pressed, he's going to move. Okay. First of all, what you want to say is you're going to move him in a certain direction, because you can tell him to move 10 steps, but you know, they're 10 steps where? Point in direction. Now this bit's really easy. You click this arrow key. If you're ever unsure about the directions, it tells you right on there. It's really easy. Look, when right arrow key pressed, we point in direction 90, which is right, and that's to do with the basically 0 to 180. Basically, no, it'd be 360, won't it? So because you go right around the clock, 90 would be 3 o'clock, 180 would be 6 o'clock, 270 will be 9 o'clock, and obviously straight ahead is 0. Okay, or straight up, sorry, 12 o'clock. Anyway, and then what we're going to do is move in 10 steps, just straight for argument's sake. So now we don't need to start the actual press the green flag. You don't need to, because it's not dependent on this bit of coding here. See this coding? Obviously I'll click these in, that's part of that coding here. Okay, so when I click the right key, there you go. Okay, now it's quite perfunctory there. If you do that, what we want to do is we're going to get him to go to looks, and we're going to go to next costume. Okay, we're going to move that. I'm going to put it at the bottom there. Okay, so that now, there you go, he goes to his next costume. He looks like he's walking. Okay, we've done that. Anyway, after that, we're going to do the left down and up. So what you can do with this program, you can duplicate this bit of code. If you right click at the top part of the code and then click duplicate, click on that there. All right, we're going to put, I know this here, let's just move that there and that bit there, so you can clearly see what goes where. So when the left arrow key is pressed, we point in the direction left, and that's it. So now, so there is a reason why it does that. I won't get into it too much detail, but if you click on this eye of the sprite, basically the rotation style, we're going to make sure that it's set to this one here. That's generally what you would have for most sprites. Okay, so now when you go left and right, it should, oh, I didn't click left, what an idiot. So when the left arrow key is pressed, I'm going to go left. Okay, right arrow key is that, so there you go, like that. Okay, well, like that, there you go, nice and easy. Okay, now we're going to do the up and down, so duplicate, we're going to do that, we're going to duplicate that as well. Okay, so when we're going to go, let's do the down there, and the up there. Okay, we're going to go up will be up, down will be down. Okay, so now here you go. Okay, quite straightforward. Okay, he won't go beyond the edge. Okay, now in the tutorial it shows you how to stop him from going beyond this point here, because obviously there's the boardwalk there, otherwise it'll look a bit silly if he's obviously in the air. Okay, so if you I won't do it now because, well, it's not really necessary. Have a look at the tutorial, but that tells you the coding of how to stop him from moving any further than this point here. Okay, this is just a really sort of whistle stop tool of the basics, the real basics of Scratch. Okay, so this is making something move by design, so move by human interaction. Okay, so we're pressing the left, right, up and down. Okay, fair enough. Now another part of it is you can create a new sprite. Let's just going to create, I don't know, a bird. Okay, like a parrot. Here we go. This is a featured. And what we're going to do now is we're going to make him move back left to right on his own. Okay, so if you go down to scripts, go to events. Okay, when the green flag is clicked, what we're going to do is we're going to set him, change his size. So let's just say size, I don't know, 30%. All right, let's just check the size. There he goes. That's around about rough proportions in proportion to the cat. So then what we're going to do is we're going to move him. Okay, so what we'll do is we're going to create a forever loop. Okay, so this will loop forever. Okay, so whatever we put inside this little forever bit here is going to go left to right. Okay, just like that. Just like that. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to point in the direction, and he's going to start right. Okay, what we're going to do also, we're going to move him, we're going to set him to this position. So when you put green flag, wherever he is, he's going to start in this. So if I move him over here, he'll go over there. So this position 199 to 152. Okay, so you see this is highlighted because that's running right now. That is running, but obviously it's not doing anything. He's set his side, so it's done everything it's done on the code, and he's pointed in the direction where he's supposed to. That's it. While we remember, if we click on that eye, we're going to set that rotation style to this section here. Okay, good. So now we're ready to get him to move. So he's going to move, say 10 steps. Okay, but as you can see, look, it's just because I left it running, that's exactly what would happen. We get to the end, boom. Well, that's no good. That doesn't really solve what we want to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to get him to change his costume as well. See, there's a costume there. Okay, we're going to go to looks, and we're going to next costume. So there. So when we do that, there you go. Okay, but he's traveling a bit fast. So what we're going to do there is going to change him to say 5. Still doesn't make any difference. So what we're going to do is we're going to get him to wait. Now what I would recommend doing is changing that to say 0.1. Alright, so now he's doing that. Okay, which is fine. I'd probably do it a little bit faster. Let's change that to 10. There you go, it looks a little bit better. Okay, so good, but it stopped, and he's going to do that because he's reached to the end of the line. Really neat little feature you can do is if on edge bounce under motion, drag that over, put it here, click on that now. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take away this point in direction. So we can get him to start off in this direction, but I'm not going to put it in the loop, otherwise he's going to be constantly pointing in the 90-degree direction. So now he should just hit the edge and bounce back. There you go, just like that. And if you have a look at the tutorial that I've done, you can play around with the timings, because you've got things like operators which really get fun. You've got this pick random number, which is brilliant. So what you could do here is I could change this to put this, rather than have a fixed figure of 10 steps at every 0.1 second he's moving, I can change it. There you go. I've changed it now. It's constantly running. See, anywhere between 1 and 10 steps, any number. The computer's going to figure out a number. So let's just say, I don't know, 10 to 100. There you go. It will choose a number anywhere between 10 and 100 steps for every 0.1 of a second. Okay, you can change that as well if you like. So say that to 0.1 to, I don't know, 2 seconds. So that's going to pick a random number between 10 and 100 steps over the period of any random number between 0.1 and 2 seconds. So yeah, that's less common. I'm not really sure why you'd want to do that, to be honest, but it just gives you an idea of what the random button does. So we'll just change that back. There you go. Sometimes you need to like stop and restart a script for it to work properly. Well, that's essentially that. There you go. You've got the cat moving backwards and forwards, okay, up and down, and the cat and the parrot, sorry, moving backwards. Okay, let's just change him from 5 to 10. Okay, there you go. Maybe change that to 20. So maybe go a little bit faster, a little bit of time. So yeah, that's essentially that. And there's lots of things you can do. So I've done other games. So yeah, it's pretty good. What have we got here? Let me have a quick look at my Scratch games. Let's load this up. Okay. This one's quite cool. Okay, so this is my... No, I don't want to hear the voice there. Irritating voice. So this is a script for a game I made. Now I'm really happy with this. This works very well, and it's actually very difficult. So in fact, what I'm just show you rather than play the video. I'll just show you the video. So that's the script. So it can get quite complicated, and I'm using variables there as well. And basically, yeah, this is the game. So obviously I've got, and it's not as easy as it looks. Trust me. But the blocks. Let's just move it back a little bit. Or just move it to the next game when I lose, because I do lose this. Okay, so you've got the ball that will automatically start, and you get points, and you've got a time limit as well. You get points hitting the orange, the yellow, and the green, the different points. The ball gets faster when you start hitting the yellow and the green blocks. And if you hit the bat will knock it in an opposite direction. So all this is, I had a lot of fun playing this, designing this. I really did. It's not a unique game by any stretch of the imagination, but it was fun. And the whole point of coding is to, there you go. The whole point of coding is to get young people inspired in order to make games and programs and things like that. Yeah, and see, you've got your scores down the bottom there. Yep. So yeah, I was really impressed. I was really happy with that. Yeah, so that was good. You know, that took a long time, and that I'd say that probably took a best part of 4 or 5 hours to actually to really hone and perfect. You know, you can get the basics up and running in less time than that, but to really perfect it and get the scores working fine, and yeah, about 4 or 5 hours, something like that. I was happy with that. So it gives you an idea of what you can do, and you know, I wanted to just give you a quick tutorial about what you can do, and yeah, and see what where it takes you. So yeah, hope you liked it, and let me know what you think, and if you've got any questions, I'm happy to help and support wherever you like. So all right, I'll speak to you soon. Bye.